What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. The week is coming to an end, and we're going to see what this market wants to do today. The watch list has been sent out. Let me put out a quick tweet here, let everybody know we're live, and also a quick post here on the Discord. Let everybody know we're out here in live, getting ready to start the day off. All right, and then we'll go from there. Also, you know what? Let me pop out this chat. Yo, the Beast, good morning. Happy Friday, man. Guys, today is the last day to get the 80% off with Lilu. So make sure to take advantage of that. Oh, that's right. It's Saturday already over there, right? The Beast, what time is it? Like 1 in the morning, 12:30, something like that? $12.30. Yeah, I'm watching long. I'm watching long until we get to resistance. So definitely watching long until we get up there into that resistance zone. All right, so let's jump into it here straight away. SPY. Well, that's soy. SPY. Guys, we're right in the face of resistance on the SPY. The SPY is on a rocket ship. Yesterday, out of nowhere, most of the day yesterday was choppy. Look at this. Look at yesterday's action on the SPY. Yesterday, most of the day was pretty choppy, right? I'll never forget this right here. This was RIP me. Shook me out there and then just, went back up here to the new highs, and it just grinded choppy-ish, little grinder, came back on down during lunch. And then out of nowhere, around 1:30, I want to say. What time was this? This was, 1:36 p.m. Boom. And this thing just exploded to the upside. Here we are now today with a gap up right into the face of a resistance zone on the daily chart, which is obviously that 400 level. Okay, 400 level. Now, this level is a little bit loose. Could be 401, could be as high as 403, really. 403. Yeah, that 403 zone, I think, would be the top if we can get there today. But yeah, 400, we're right in the face of that. I'd expect a little bit of a pullback off that level, off the open, but we could just slice through it. If we do, excuse me, then I will be looking for 400 to become a level of support. I honestly would prefer it to slice through it right off the open and then see if we can get pullbacks into 400 that hold support so we can ride it back up there towards that 402, 403 zone. Okay, so that's what I'd be watching on the SPY. Otherwise, watching for 400 to 401 for resistance for a fade back on down. Now, Tesla yesterday broke back above this crucial 191 zone. Now we're up here holding it as support. If Tesla can continue to hold this as support, then I'm watching for a move that could take it into this 198 zone, which I'd expected to be resistance. All right. Then we have AMD. AMD, a little bit of a smaller, more relaxed, less volatile play. So like if you don't like playing something crazy like the futures, or you don't like playing SPY options, or you don't want to play Tesla, right? You want to play something a little bit, you want to play off the same ideas, but you want to play something that's going to move slower, right? AMD would be that one, in my opinion here. We're back above this 79.80 zone, okay? Remember, it was resistance here. We talked about it being resistance, right? We broke above it yesterday when this market rallied back. Now we're trying to hold it as support. As long as that can hold support right in this zone, then I would expect it to make a move here. Could take it to 82, which would be like the first take profit that in front of that 82 zone. And then you got room here into 83, 84. So those would be the levels I would look at AMD. Now, if you want to trade something that's a fast flyer, fast mover, something, you know, something that's going to trade like, I'm not going to say like a supercar in the sense of that you would think a Lambo, but maybe something like a Toyota Supra with 1,000 horsepower under the hood, right? If you want to trade something that's probably going to move like that, if it gets wild, which I think you get wild over 26, 27, then you look at AI. This thing could go insane. I mean, this stock was making moves, $21 all the way up here to $28 in a single day. So you want to see something like that. You like trading something like that. You feel comfortable with it. I'd watch AI, which I'm going to keep on watch. As long as it can hold like over 23, this thing has room. Has room right here to 26. If it can break over 26, then you have room here 27, 28. And I think at that point, you got to see 30. And we just broke out of this bull flag on the daily chart, okay? We just broke out of that bull flag on the daily chart. There's your big flagpole volume, your consolidation volume. Now you want to start to see if this thing's going to get back up here over the next couple days. You want to start to see some big volume on this breakout and continuation over the next couple days. That's what you want to start to see. All right. So keep an eye on that. You guys are seeing the right chart. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see if it's going to do it. We've already tested this resistance zone here in the pre-market session. So keep a close eye on that. And then last but not least, if you want to trade a smallie, got HUBC on watch here. This one, if it can hold 157, 160 zone, 155, just this general area, you can see, watch it for pops into $2. That's about it on that one. Then on the futures side of things, watching the ES. I'm watching ES here. We have some resistance here in these 39.50s, okay? 39.50s, previous level of support back here before that big run up. Broke underneath it. We're testing that level now. If we break up and over that level, then I will be watching it for longs into 39.65, okay? I will be watching for those longs. So there you go, guys. Let's see what happens. The bell has rang. Gonna be streaming here today for as long as I can this morning. Promised my wife and kid that we're gonna go to the zoo today. Kid loves the zoo. She wants to see the elephants. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna go see some elephants. So I'm gonna stream at least probably the first 45 minutes to an hour of the day. I'll see if we can continue on beyond that. All right, guys. Any questions? Don't hesitate. Just drop them in chat. And good luck out there. All right. Oh, we have today, we're going to have a good lesson, guys. Before I leave for the day, we're going to do a lesson on the importance of curving expectations. Okay. Oh, wait a second, man. My futures wasn't on. No wonder those levels didn't look right to me. That was ridiculous. All right, here we go. 39.95. That's the level I'm watching for support. I was like, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look like what you were seeing last night when I was looking at levels. There we go. So those are the levels I'd be watching for support here. I knew that didn't look right. Okay, the SPY starting to pull back away from that 39, 399, 400 area, just as the ES is pulling back away from that 4,000 zone, of course, pulling into the 4,000 zone. Let's see if we can hold support. I'd like to see the drop just take us into 39.95 to see if we're going to hold it. 39.90 is kind of like a line in the sand, I would say. You have 39.90 possible support as well, obviously. And then bottom support is 39.87 zone, but that's the same as 39.90. So we'll go ahead and put another line there. That's the strongest support I think I see there. But hopefully we have enough momentum here where we just can hold 39.95 zone. That'd be the nicest level. Fridays, man. Fridays, no matter how hot the market is, they always have some lack of attendance in the overall grand scheme of things. So you got the ES trying to bounce here off of that 4,000 zone. I want to see a deeper pullback. Okay, so I have a limited amount of days here for that I have my funded prop account, which I trade in, but then I've been messing around with this $250,000 account. I haven't taken it seriously until yesterday-ish. No, a couple days ago, I said, you know what, it'd be nice to actually get this funded. I haven't taken it serious. I've just been messing around with it, testing different things on it, different strategies. Haven't really traded with it with the goal of getting it funded. I was like, you know what? I have my funded account. I don't need another one. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, well, damn. It'd be nice to get one of these larger accounts because my funded account is a $50,000 account, which is plenty. But I was like, you know what? It'd be nice to get one of these larger accounts funded. So I'm going to try to trade with it today. But I have very limited amount of time left on that one. If I don't get it done by the 15th, which is, you would think, oh, that's a lot of time. The 15th, no, it's not. Because remember, not trading really on Globex on Sundays, and I'm not trading, and Saturdays is not open. So it's not something that I can just put pressure like that on it. Plus, I need to trade my funded account. So I'm probably going to take on extra risk on that one to try to see if I can squeeze through and get it funded. If not, then I'm just going to, go after the $300,000 account later this month. If not, I'll just go after the $300,000 account later this month. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing here. SPY, the ES trying to hold these 4,000s. I still think maybe it drops into that 39.95 area. So I might go after, I might start scaling into it, into a long setup. And then if we get further down into 39.95, I'll add to it. And that's just me being extra aggressive on this account. We have a reverse head and shoulders pattern starting to formulate here. Here is your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder. Here's your neckline. Here's your neckline. If we start to hold that neckline as support, I will go into that trade a little bit stronger. Yeah, also guys, by basically going all in on these trades now with this account, I run the risk, a big risk, of blowing it up. And that's all right with me. Let's see if we can get this move through those levels on the ES. I'm starting to get back up over that neckline on that 60-minute chart on the ES here on this reverse head and shoulders. If we can start holding that neckline, watch out for this thing to possibly explode to the upside and get back towards 40.10. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a false breakout there. Let's see if it's just going to serve to suck in some shorts for a squeeze. Wouldn't surprise me. You are putting in a little bit of a higher low here now. If this candle can get bought right back up here, then I think you see a nice little U-shape breakout pattern. But you got to break 40.05, otherwise it's game over. Chop, 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 yeah. Yeah, really, really tough there. All right, guys, so far that resistance line holding up, but 4,000 is really trying to hold strong. If we break over 40.05 here, I think that's when we can start really getting wild. Let's see if it can do it. Oh no, I just hear the trash, like the city picking up the trash out there. I forgot to take out the trash. Damn it. All right, guys. So this thing's still struggling up there. Oops. Oops is right. All right. So this thing's still struggling up there. That 40.05 zone, that's the kicker. That's the area. I'm going to get long here. Just a starter. With a stop under 4,000. I'm actually in my actual account and not in the sorry, not the evaluation one. So I'm just getting long a starter here. 4,000 is a big level, and so far it's holding well, right? So I'm gonna hold my stop there on just the starter here. If we break up over 40.05, I think that's when we start to get going. That'll be my ad zone. That'll be my ad zone. And then first take profit will be up here in front of the high day. I think it's a no-brainer trade, to be honest. But it is a tough one. It's a tough one. It's simply price action thing for me. We've tried to, get down there and crack 4,000 multiple times now, and we haven't. So it's telling me that there's good support there. Now, whether or not it's sustainable, it stays there, that's another story. We'll find out, We'll find out. That's why it's just a starter. That way, if I'm wrong, I get stopped out. It's a little paper cut, no biggie. All right, I'm gonna add there. Let's see if we can get this party started now. I'm gonna put my first take profit up here in front of the high day at 40.10. 40.11 is the resistance zone. So 40.11 is that resistance zone. So I'll put my first take at 40.10 area. If we can get over 40.10, I mean 40.11, where 40.20s is on deck. So I'd probably hold on to that other piece to see if we can get up there a little bit further. Let's see if we can get that explosive move now through the highs. This could get fun, guys. I really want to see it push away now from that 40.05. There we go. There we go. We're trying to get... Look at that candle, bro. Are you kidding me? Let's go. A little bit of selling pressure in that 40.09 zone. Last thing I want to see is it come all the way back down. That would be not very nice. That'd be one nasty mean wick. Wow. It's good volume on the push, but we don't want it. We don't want it to be a rejection candle. Come on. Let's get that 10. Let's get that 10. Give me that 10. You gotta be kidding me, man. Right at 10. And I didn't get a fill. Unreal. Putting it at 975 now, dropping it a quarter. But I will stop out of it if we get back to 06. Because it'll start to feel double top-ish type. I don't like that action. Lots of selling at 0875. I have to think it breaks, man, but I don't know. Things acting a fool. All right, we're back in the 09s. Lots of selling there at 09. That area is proving to be a bit of a wall right now. Had good volume on the pop. We should get it. But it is acting foolish. Could reverse and then later do it. But I'm not going to let the trade go red on me either. I'm going to close it out there. I'm not happy with that kind of action. It probably will reverse in a little bit, but I'll book it. Nothing to write home about. 250 bucks. Breaking the red streak that I had this week, at least. Yeah, we got 9 minutes to the next numbers. I don't want to get caught up in those numbers either. Good eye there, Duke. Thank you, Wall Street Shark. Yeah, I like my entry a lot, but that 410 really held it up, man. I don't think that level holds. I think that level breaks, but it's been one of those weeks where the chop in the morning has been that way, and then we reverse, we come back down to the lows, and then later, an hour from now, we break out. So whatever, look, right now we're right back at 409. I'll take the scalp. Not happy. Look, we're right back at 409. I bet you now we go. Of course. We put in a doji candle there. We come all the way back down. And now we're making the move. There we go, 410s. There we go. You want to punch it. Adriana, happy Friday. So my first take profit was met without me. Yeah, the beast. I mouthed some stuff there a minute ago. Look, I'll show you guys. There's no. I'm right. I'm not chasing. I don't chase. I'm disciplined. I feel the emotions, but I'm disciplined. Golly, bro. So now what happens? And I'm not gonna be like, oh no, don't do that, right? I'm gonna do it, which means I'm gonna start calculating how much money I freaking left. $40.13 was my next take profit. That was my next take profit zone. That's $400. That's 400. Plus 300 from the first take profit, right? I'd be up 700 on the day now. And now I'd be holding this one to take it off probably between 20 to 22. So thanks, Wall Street Shark. Appreciate it. Bro, I'm so freaking pissed right now. See, the emotions are the same, guys. That's the big thing I want you to take from here, and I can detach myself for a minute and like share that with you. You're not alone, right? Like if you just started trading a year ago, you're not profitable yet, and you find yourself in situations like this where you feel these emotions, you're going to feel them 7 years from now. I'm telling you right now, they don't go away. The difference is that newer trader might FOMO into a long here at 40.14. They might, which would be crazy because you can easily pull back from here right now and be right back at 40.07. You'd be down 7 points. Me, no, I'm just sitting here mad, not happy, but I'm not in anything. As you can see, I'm not in anything. And I'm green on the day, but nowhere near where I should have been. Nowhere near. Right now, I've left on the table $500, and I would still have one contract left from a 40.05 ad or so. Let me see, where was that ad? 40.0675 was my final ad. 40.0675. If I were to take that one off, where I was thinking 40.20, 40.21, 40.22 area, let's call it 40.20. Let's just be 40.20. Let's just say that's what it was. 40.0675 was the entry. That's 13 points and a quarter. That's another $662. Plus what? I would have been up 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd be a nice $1,300, $1,400 day. If this next one would have met 40.20, which means I left on the table a cool $1,000, $1,100. So yeah. Pretty not happy right now. The beast yelling unsavory words at the charts. I mouthed a couple earlier. Didn't want to say them out loud because then the YouTube would punish me, put me in timeout. At least it affects like the videos. I know it does. The damn thing was looking double topish. I thought we might come back down to 4,000 double bottom. I would have gotten long there again. So accuracy today 100%. Man, that was shaping up to be a really nice trade. You can watch for pullbacks now for scalps. I don't know if I'm going to take them, to be honest. Maybe, depending how far back we pull back. But I don't know. 4010 was strong resistance for a minute, so that could be looked at for a level of support. Remember, it's never to the penny. You got the SPY pulling back now. Could go tap 400. And 400, you're about to have the 9 AMA there. You're about to have that 9 AMA there. Hey, the beast, nice setup there. I just saw your picture in the Discord. Nice setup there on your monitors. I like it. I like it. I think we got the same keyboard. Yeah, I think we got the same keyboard. Does yours have the on the side here the numbers? I can't see it in the picture. I don't know. Mine does. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that's the one I have. The one with the on the side right here. I have the numbers. So we're pulling back there into those 408s, 410 zone. I definitely watch that level for a possible long. 408 needs to hold though. If 408 gives up, then I think it's not a feasible long anymore. $10:01 a.m. guys. If you have any questions, throw them up in chat. If you have any questions, throw them up in chat. Let me know, because I'll probably in the next 15 minutes or so, I'll be wrapping it up for myself. I'll be wrapping it up for myself on the day and heading off with the family. There we go. We're getting that nasty drop now. That's what I was talking about earlier. Good Lord, bro. This market is unbearable. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I was concerned of off of 4010. So I would have been stopped out of my last piece. Still left some money on the table. Not as much anymore, obviously, since we didn't reach the final piece. But look at that nasty pullback here as we get those numbers. Let me see here. What do they look like? We also have FOMC member Bostic speaking. PMI came in higher than expectation. Non-manufacturing PMI came in higher than the expectation. Expectation was 54.5. Previous was 55.2. We came in at 55.1. So we came in hotter, but lower than the previous. Manufacturing employment came in at 54. I don't see what the expectation was. Previous one was 50. I think what caused that initial surge was S&P Global Composite PMI came in lower than expected, but slightly. And that was at 9:45 a.m. And services PMI had came in pretty much in line with expectations. Get ready for the chop, it seems. Oh, nice scalp, man. 3 points. Hell yeah. Congrats. Nice work. Yeah, like right now, that's what it's looking like, man. Like those 3-point moves and stuff like that. I was trying to get some more out of it. I thought we were going to get a nice move to 40.20 again. I mean, we got as high as 40.17s, it seems. Yeah, 40.17. What's the high? 40.17 and a quarter. Yo, Mike, good morning, good morning. Happy to see you. Thank you. We're pulling all the way back now into that previous support zone. That's anyone's guess, really, what we're going to get out of this right now. And maybe we come back down to the lows. It's not, it's like one of those things where it's not surprising, the action. It's really not. It's disappointing, but it's not surprising. It's disappointing because you figured you would, at that point, you know, with that kind of volume that was coming in, the nice run up off of major support, I thought we'd get 40.20 on the ES. I thought we get to 40.02, maybe even a little bit higher on the SPY. I thought we at least break those 40.01s, but no dice. We didn't get that break. We got resistance right at it. And then we got that harsh pullback now. That's a mean pullback. Yo, Garage Day Trader. Markets has sucked all year. January was freaking awesome for me. February, the first half sucked. And then the latter half, I did really well. And now to start off this week, it's just been crap. This week's been crap. This week feels exactly how the first week of February, the second week of February felt. It was unbearable. Yeah, Mike. That's exactly what it's felt like. January. If I could get January back, bro. Freaking January was awesome. December was good too, but January, I absolutely demolished it in January. So we came back, broke the day's low, trying to bounce off of 399. You know, maybe we want to fill the gap to the downside, go tap yesterday's close. That's a possibility. I'd watch maybe for a bear flag formation under the day's low on the SPY. But it's just looking like chop, man. All right, guys, it's 10:07 a.m. Like I said, I'm going to take the family to the zoo here pretty soon. So I'm going to wait till we get that nice round number 1010. When we get to 1010, I'm going to jump into that lesson on the day. That lesson on the day is the importance of curving expectations. We're going to run into that lesson. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes or so. And then I will bid you all farewell for the rest of the day. And I'll see you Monday. I am going to record the lesson, so in case you got to dip out to work or something, it'll be uploaded probably on Sunday, I want to say. I really thought we'd get a nice move today in either direction, but we're right back in the chop. Oh, guys, this ends on Sunday. Very important. 30% off the full DTC curriculum. Boom. You don't want to miss that. You're talking about the day trading course, the shorting course, the swing trading course, and the options course. All of it, 30% off together. Yo, Jay, totally my pleasure. You have yourself a good weekend too. If you're getting out of here, man, for the day, have a good weekend. Enjoy. Hopefully next week we start to get some cleaner moves, man. Cleaner moves, or you know what? I might just start moving myself on over to trading equities for a little bit. I might look at Tesla, man. That was a nice little methodical pullback into VWAP. Nice little bounce there. I might move myself back into equities for a little bit. AI with a false breakout here. We rejected the high day right there. So AI with a quick false breakout. AMD super choppy. Couldn't get above yesterday's close, so it's definitely looking bearish, but super, super choppy. AMD, AI, HUBC. HUBC with a little bit. The problem with HUBC is the volume is gone. There's no volume here right now, but you do have yourself a nice bull flag setup right now, guys. Got a really nice bull flag setup here. Volume isn't terrible. It's just drying up a little bit too much now. We need to start getting that volume to extend. We want to start seeing 1.15 million shares, 1.5 million shares traded on a breakout candle out of this bull flag. You want to see something like that. Something like that. That'll give you a little bit more confidence that we're going to get that move into $2. All right, guys. So 10:10 a.m. Let's go ahead and jump into this lesson on the day. All right. Let's jump into this quick lesson here on the day. Now, today's lesson is what I like about today's lesson, honestly. All right. What I like about today's lesson is that it's a 3-point take. OK, we're going to talk about the importance of curving expectations. We've been in a very choppy market. Look at HUBC doing exactly what we talked about. We just want to see that bigger volume start to come into it. We've been in a very choppy market as of late. For me, anyways, in January, it was amazing. We had clear-cut direction, good volume, very little chop, and I was having an amazing January. Rolled into February thinking the same, obviously, and that came to a halt right away, the very first week of February, and especially the second week of February. It came to a halt. But those of you who were watching the live stream every single day, you guys probably remember one day in February, right? I said, guys, I'm starting to see signs of possible chop here. And why was that? Well, it was because the SPY was stuck in between the 100-day, the 200-day, the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. And we were just seeing an immense amount of chop in that zone. So we were coming from a month with tons of directional play to a month that started off extremely choppy, right? When you're coming into that, it's like when you're going up a bridge with your car and you get to the top, right? And you're coming down the end here and you don't realize it. Sometimes you try going a little bit quicker because you got that momentum going with you. So we're coming in with that momentum from the prior hot month into what seems to be a colder month. And that momentum can get us in trouble real quick if we don't recognize it. So one of the key things you want to do is be aware of your environment. Be aware of your trading environment in the sense of how is the market acting? How are the setups that I'm trading acting, right? Are they still working the same as they were in January? No? Something's up here, right? So at that point in time, you have to be able to recognize that. And that comes with time. You're not going to do it from one day to the next. You're going to have to be able to recognize that. And then you're going to have to be able to put yourself in a mindset that you're okay with adjusting expectations. This is why I always tell brand new traders, when you go through the course and you finish the course, stay paper trading. Stay going through the course, stay paper trading, keep doing that. You want to put yourself in an environment where you paper trade at least a year. Preferably minimum of 6 months, but ideally a whole year, because that exposes you to all these different market environments. While you were trading, maybe paper trading, learning, you might have been in a hot market for the strategy you were trading, and all of a sudden you graduate from that, you go on to real money, and that strategy has cooled down now, or we're in a choppy market, and you start losing money left and right. Why? Because you haven't been exposed to that market condition, so you are unable to recognize it. So you want to make sure that you're able to do that. You want to make sure that you're able to recognize it, and you want to be on the lookout for that. When these cold streaks start to come in, right, it's difficult to recognize, but once you do recognize it, and the only way you're going to recognize it is if you're taking notes, you're paying attention to the market conditions, and you've put in enough time in your trading that you're actually able to pick up on these signals. You have to be willing to decrease something, specifically your expectations. By decreasing your expectations, right, you're going to start to be able to put plans in place. These plans are going to be there to protect you, protect your mental capital, protect the capital in your account, and basically conserve your energies, okay? Because you're going to conserve that capital that you've lost, that you could lose. You're going to conserve that mental capital. What are ways that we can do this? Well, multiple ways we can do this, right? One of the ways that I personally like to do it, depending on what vehicle I am trading, all right, is I'm going to decrease my size. In the futures market, if I really see that I have to decrease a little bit more drastically, then I'll go from trading the ES to trading the MES. That'll allow me to control my downside a little bit more. Right? So now I've read and understood that I have to conserve, right? Or curve my expectations. How do I do that? If I'm trading futures, I'm going to possibly go from the ES to the MES, and I'm going to cut my risk, okay, by a certain percentage. It could be a quarter. If I'm going to drop it a quarter, I'm going to stay with the ES. If I'm going to drop it 50% or more, I'm going to go to the MESs for a little bit. If I'm trading equities, it's the same thing. I'm just going to keep trading the equities, right? I'm going to keep trading the stock. I'm going to keep trading the options, but I'm going to decrease my size. Why am I decreasing the size? Because I'm decreasing my risk per trade. My risk per trade ideally always stays roughly the same dollar amount on every trade. On every trade, it's going to stay the same dollar amount on every trade for the most part. Give or take a couple bucks here or there, some slippage or something like that. But in the grand scheme of things, that stays the same. So in order for me to now decrease this risk, I got to decrease the size. But I don't want to decrease it too much, right? I don't want to decrease it too much, because if I have 3 bad trades, right, and I take a 4th trade, and I don't mean that in a day, it could be over the course of 2 days. I have 3 full-size red trades, right? If I take my 4th trade with my regular size, that 4th trade really should be able to bring me back to a minimum of break even if it works out fully in my favor. So I don't want to decrease my risk too much when I enter into these segments, right? I want to decrease the risk enough to where I can at least get somewhere near break even on one good trade, right? So you got to curve these expectations and then figure out how to decrease your risk, right, per trade, and what percentage. I don't want to decrease usually more than 50%, right? So if I'm comfortable, let's use some easy numbers. If I'm comfortable risking $300 per trade, then I don't want to decrease my risk any more than 150. I don't want to decrease it any more than 150, okay? So that's what I do. Now, the other part that I like to implement is I get pickier with my setups, meaning I get extra picky, right? If normally I'm trying to trade A and B setups, but the market is so hot and I'm coming from a market where even C setups are freaking amazing, right? And we enter into a slow market, I'm not going to look to trade these C's anymore. I don't want to trade them to begin with. They might escape every once in a while and filter themselves in like little spies, like Chinese spy balloons, but I don't want to trade them. In this other market here that we're in, I really probably even try not to trade the B's. I try to really sit here and wait for those A setups and A plus setups. Why? They're the ones that are going to give me the higher likelihood, right? They're the ones that are going to give me the higher likelihood. Another thing is, if like this week, I had a green day on Monday, okay, a red day on Tuesday, a red day on Wednesday, and these were in my actual account. Then I traded yesterday in my new evaluation account that I'm trying to, get that 200K, 250K account, right? That one, but red. So it was break evenish, but with commissions red on Wednesday, red on Tuesday, red yesterday. Today, my sole purpose of coming in here today was to book a green day, to break that cycle. 3 red days in a row is something that it's very rare usually for me to happen, especially coming off the hot streak I was coming off of. Now, I did mitigate my risk fairly well on those red days, right? Because I was coming from trading in my funded account and killing it. And then this week, I gave back a day and a half profit. It's not a big deal. It's really not, but mentally, me anyways, it really messes with me. It irks me. So today's job was coming in and booking a green trade, a green day. I've booked that green day now. I mean, the market didn't give me my final take profit, but I booked my green day. Now I go into the weekend knowing, all right, I broke that nasty red streak. Monday, I'm going to come in and depending on the action, I'll adjust my size accordingly, never wanting to be an adjustment of more than 50%. And we'll see what next week looks like, right? I might come in onto Monday with kind of the same attitude as today. I'm just looking to book another green day. I'm looking to be a really good spectator. I want to see what this market has in store for us, right? We're going to let the weekend pass, let headlines hit, and see what happens. That's how I approach these colder markets, these choppier markets. It's a lot and it takes a ton, guys, it takes a ton of discipline. But over the long run, it really helps out tremendously with your capital. And sometimes, even more importantly, that mental capital. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of this lesson. If you did, throw me a comment down there in the comment section, and I'll catch you all in the next one. All right, guys, so I've recorded that. If you want to rewatch it again, it will be uploaded on Sunday, as well as for people who weren't unable to attend the stream. Look at HUBC, okay? HUBC punched out, gave us the volume we wanted, gave you the first take profit zone, and then fell right back inside here. Now me, right? Since I already took profit up there, normally in a bull flag, I'd stop out here. But me right now, I would actually just hold my stop underneath because you got a lot of support here. You got a lot of support here. So I'd hold my stop just underneath the support zone. And this, since we already took some profit off up here, this will be a small L on that trade. But that one worked out, at least for the first take. Yo, Jay, my pleasure. Jeffrey, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Dan, what's up, man? Yo. Glad to see you, man. All right, guys. So I'm out of here. I'm going to take the family off to the zoo. This thing's choppy. This thing's choppier than the zoo. We're going to go have some fun, enjoy it, get started on the weekend. The reverse head and shoulders is still somewhat in here on this 60-minute chart on the ES. Check this out. You got that reverse head and shoulders are still played out. It is what it is. Made a couple bucks, nothing to write home about. We'll see what Monday holds. I hate this market right now so much. Guys, be careful out there. Watch your size. I will see you all Monday at 9:15 a.m. Guys, don't forget, once again, you'll probably get an email later today or tomorrow or something like that. 30% off. The DTC curriculum ends on Sunday. And the reason, and I'm going to stop saying course. The reason I say curriculum is because it's a full, why is the link not working? No. I'm going to get you another link, guys. Give me a second. The reason I say it's a curriculum. Oh, God, what happened here? Hold on. Maybe it's just my computer. Nope. Our website is crashed. I know we've been getting a lot of traffic in over the last 24 hours. A lot. Ever since I did that webinar. All right, guys. We will figure this out. If I have to have Joel extend this special because the website's crashed, we will do that. Look at this freaking market, right back to 4015. I'm telling you, man, it keeps chopping up everybody. So we'll do that. You know, if we have to do that, we'll do that. 30% off is supposed to end on Sunday. We might end up having to extend it. All right. All right, guys. Have yourself a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday, 9:15 a.m.